Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the markets. Currently 8:55 p.m. August 4, 2020. And I just want to create this video because I didn't create an after the market recap video. But this one's going to be based on kind of how I'm feeling right now. I had a bad day yesterday. I had an up and down day, which ended up being on the downside today. And I'm just trying to recollect my thoughts here and trying to figure out what is going on, because for the most part I'm taking the good setups and then missing really good ones by getting jumped on the trade entry. You know, I have a fast platform, I have a fast computer, I have fast internet, but when the level 2 is moving and the time and sales are moving and the inflection point is being triggered and I try to get in, a lot of times I'm getting in too early, which means I have to get out right away or give it like 1 second if it's moving up towards that price. And if it doesn't go, then I take like a, depending on how many shares I have, I'll take a $20 to $50 loss. It tries again, I'll get in, or then I'll get jumped and they'll run a point without me. It seems like the last 2 days I've really been struggling with my entries. I'm focused on them. I feel good about them. I like my options that I've been trading. This is not to take away from the good trades I have been taking. It's the bad ones that have gone against me or I'm getting jumped on. It's really what it's all about. So I'm kind of going through a little funk, I would say, since last week. We had a good week, and I gave back a lot of those gains between yesterday and today. Today wasn't as bad. Could have been worse. Made a couple trades, and then beyond, I got in a trade at the end of the day that should have worked and it didn't, but then I tried again and I got jumped. So it was kind of like one of those things where I would have gotten probably a break-even day and I'm losing. But today, this is another thing I wanted to share with you guys. If you're going through, you're seeing good setups and it's just not working out for you, take a step back and look at what. So I watched a lot of the videos I recorded today of my game tape, and I saw why did I get out of certain trades early. A couple trades I got out early, and it was a good call. There's a lot of trades where I was taking shares off the table where I shouldn't have, and should let it run a little bit more, try to get some more R out of it, some more risk to reward. I think I was just very tentative at the time. It wasn't like I was going super heavy with share size either. Keeping that pretty clean. I'm going from anywhere from, 200 to 500. I actually missed a really good trade with 2,000 shares in a $3 stock that went for like 20 cents. So that would have been a decent trade. Yeah, I have 2,000 here in my. I was not trading 2,000 shares of Disney, that is for sure. But I want to cover Disney because this is the type of thing where this is what I'm seeing. This is after hours right here. This is 4 p.m. Eastern. And earnings came out, which weren't that bad, I don't believe. I think they were okay. Obviously, they're not getting any much revenue from their theme parks and stuff, but they're doing pretty well with their other like movies and Disney Plus and all that good stuff. So once those numbers came out and it was kind of impressive, I'm like, I think this thing's going to turn around. So after these are too many candles, and if this wasn't so wicky, this was like 116 to 113, I would say. Let's see what it was. 115.75 to 113.36. I would have taken the break of this candle here to the long side and taken the move up, but it was so high up that I'm like, I had it at 116, then I moved to 117, and then it made its move to 120. 120 is a nice whole number. Popped through 120. I wasn't even considering taking this trade at 120, but then it pulled back. These are too many candles again, and right away I watched it to make its move through 120 again. This is that second play through that level, and it went up to 120.30, and I got some shares off. Again, I only took 200 shares, and it went 30 cents, and I got probably like $20. So After hours, I'm a little, it's not as easy to trade, first of all, of course. And then second of all, you have to create all these limit orders where you got to make sure you get filled. But on a Disney stock with lots of volume, I wasn't too worried about getting filled for just like a small float stock with very little volume. So Disney, I wasn't really worried. I mean, obviously, if I'd gotten in long here on a 118 play and it got down to 114, that would have hurt. But that wasn't the play I was looking for. So it was the break of the 120 on the second attempt. And look what happened. It pulled back, and I got out with some money. But 20 minutes later, it attempts the 20 again. And boom, it rocks right up to 124, almost 123.81. So it's almost 4 points without looking back. I mean, I would have taken shares off, of course, along this way with 200 shares. But come on. I mean, I was expecting it to happen here, and it just decided to happen here. And I just wasn't ready. The volume picked up a little bit. You can see the volume down here. I'm looking for setups where I talked about this before in the past with Roku, where it makes its move up. It's generally on a 5-minute time frame, 5-minute candle time frame, not 2-minute. So maybe if I went to 5-minute, it'll be a little bit different. Let me see how that would have worked out. Yeah, I don't think. See, it would have worked out in a 5-minute time frame. So let's say it went up to 20, right? Pulled back, and then attempted 20 again. I do not think I would have taken 20 there because it was the next candle. I like to have one candle at least close. This is 120 at the high. So I don't think I would have gotten in there. I really don't think I would have attempted that right there. It did make its move up to the 120, but it was already like within this range. So long story short, it went through 120 here, and this should have been the play. Everything's hindsight when you look at the charts after the fact. But being in the trade, or being in the time frame I was in with the 2-minute chart, I liked the trade. I really did. I like the setup here. We're talking after hours. There's limited time. It's not like you really want to trade too far after the first 30, 40 minutes. But it happened like 45 minutes into the after hours. And it made its move, and it was just really good. So this type of thing has been happening to me a lot lately, where I'm missing. I saw it. I liked it. I loved it. And it was after hours, so it was a little, it was Disney, though. It was a lot of volume, and it was worth giving a shot. It just, unfortunately, I guess I just have to accept that, I can't control what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. But it's a little bit frustrating because I was doing well. Then, excuse me, then I started struggling a bit. And then I was doing well, and then I started struggling a bit. And then I had a really bad day. And then I had some other bad days. But I got to keep continuing. There's a rule for it. It's just like it takes time. It's just going to take time. I'm only, 4 months in on this journey. Really, we'll start May, we'll say it, and then June really kicked off with my cash platform in July. So really 2.5 months of this kind of methodology of trading, and I just gotta stick to it and keep grinding. I'm still green on the year, which is a lot to be said for that. I mean, it's really hard to day trade, it really is, and I'm going to stick to my process and continue to grow and learn. This doesn't get me down. It kind of gets me excited that it worked, because now I'm looking for that secondary, the secondary move, we'll call it. I don't even know what I want to call it yet, but I wouldn't call it the third move because it was so close together. But we look back on Roku in a couple videos, you can see what happened there in the past. So consider that. Watch out for these kind of plays. Now, 5 minutes is a lot different than 2-minute candles. Good trades will come. I just got to avoid the stupid ones, and we'll go from there. So I just want to share that video with you guys. You guys have a good week, and I'll see you tomorrow, most likely, with a new video, and I'll talk to you then.